What are you people doing? Why are you fighting? Is it time to fight? Let me ask the President, I beg, what are we supposed to be doing in day 2?
Day 2, continue running.
Continue running. Are we supposed to continue running? And these people are there fighting. And what of day 1?
Day 1, hit the ground running.
Hit the ground running. Yeah, you people should hit the ground running. Did they say hit your fellow human being fighting? They never said hit your fellow human fighting. It's hit the ground running. I don't know why you are doing something you will do in day 30. You are doing it in day 2. Then when you not get to day 30, if you are fighting in day 2, then in day 30, what will you do? You not come and buy person. Leave this thing for day 30 or maybe day 60. The road too long. Okay, when we go on for day 1 and day 2, what thing we go do for day 3,
Day 3, don't rest.
Jesus! You should do what?
Don't rest.
You should not have rest. That means we will continue running. Is it heavenly race? This race, when do they finish? Is it heavenly race? Hey! That's why we don't touch your majumwa. Now, some people are protesting, see them. They are protesting. They said they will not buy fuel more than 200 naira. What do you have to tell people that are protesting?
No matter how long you protest, though, we are going to remove subsidy.
No matter how you protest, I am going to remove subsidy. Omo, Ekaraka, don't let me ask, why the immediate removal of subsidy on your day of inauguration?
No provision is there for fuel subsidy. The fuel subsidy is gone.
That's not true.
It's not true.
Mr. Rufai, you are here. Kenneth Okoko, you are also here. Please, Kenneth, wait first. Let me finish with Mr. Rufai. Mr. Rufai, why do you say that that's not the truth? Which part of the speech now do you feel that he was not saying the truth?
When he said there was no provision for subsidy in the 2023 budget, that's not true. There was provision for subsidy, but it was up to half of the year.
So how much was it budgeted, or was the subsidy budgeted now?
3.6 trillion was earmarked last year for subsidy. And we have that money on ground.
So why did you say that?
The president has made his first mistake.
Why did you call it a mistake? But the president read the speech given to him now,
Because I have gone to see and I checked the speech released. And I discovered that there was nowhere in the speech it was written for the president's subsidy gone. So I am sure what he was doing was, while he was reading the teleprompter, at some point he decided to ad-lib. So he ad-libbed subsidy gone.
Okay, let's see, Seth, whether did he read? Let me see whether he read from the script.
First subsidy is gone.
Okay, I think he was saying from his mind at this point. So which part do you think that he did the lip thing now,
In the original speech released, subsidy is gone was not in that speech. He just talked about subsidy like the way I talked about it yesterday, just itemizing the fact that we couldn't have enough to support subsidy any longer, and he moved off it. All right? Which was the clear intention of the speechwriter. But in the process of ad-libbing while also using the teleprompter, and yes, he did use the teleprompter for the speech. I mean, so for those that said he was speaking by the head, I'm sure they don't even know what media is all about. There were 2 teleprompters. In fact, the cameras even showed the 2 teleprompters in front of him. They were just the little poles standing in front. They were teleprompters. They had the speech there. So because he did not stick to the speech now, he's caused a lot of problems. 1 for his speechwriters, handlers, and 2 for the nation. So I think his handlers, number 1, need to tell him to stay totally on message. I know it's hard to tell that, to a Nigerian politician, but he needs to stay totally on message. Because if he doesn't stay on message, it's going to cause more problems.
Oh, I see. Let's hold it there first. Let me hear from Mr. Kenneth. Mr. Kenneth, come and tell us why you said it's a demonstration of arrogance, of power. Explain yourself, sir.
Why I said it's a demonstration of arrogance of power. It's just, you just want to tell people that as president, my word is law. Nothing else. Because the other regime has given you a leeway. What he said is unlawful. He said oil subsidy is gone. No. What he said is not true. He said there was no appropriation for what he knew in the budget for oil subsidy. No, there was. And it ought to end by June. If you end it today, that means the June allocation for oil subsidy will be dyed by some elements of criminal tendencies. Because they would have jacked up the price before exhausting the subsidy, which is already a matter of law, which is already in the Appropriation Act. So there was everything wrong with that pronouncement. And it is anti-labor, it is anti-people, not because that I support oil subsidy, but because of the recklessness with which they are managing the exit of the oil subsidy.
Right. Hey, una dey see wisdom. Ha. So, Mr. Kenneth, you were there in APC, killing your career. When you were in APC, nobody saw you. The only thing you were doing in APC is to stand like this as a bodyguard at their back, and they will be talking. You see how these people are killing people's talent. If not for P2B, who will know that Kenneth is this smart? See brain, see speech. Kenneth was living in bondage. You were living in bondage in APC. After living in bondage in your movie, you came out there and you started living in bondage in APC. When your P2B came and brought you out of bondage, but come on. I was thinking it's only Labour Party and PDP that will suffer the effects of this subsidy removal. I never knew that it touched everyone. Or what do you think, Mr. President?
Hunger has no tribal mark.
Hunger has no tribal mark. Poverty,
Poverty, no tribal mark.
Subsidy removal.
No tribal mark.
Increment in goods and services.
No tribal mark.
Government bad,
no tribal mark.
You